The transatlantic trade war, a clash of steel, tariffs, and political leverage. The European Union's retaliatory tariffs on American goods, totaling a staggering $13.5 billion, £10.6 billion, mark a significant escalation in the ongoing trade dispute with the United States. The EU unequivocally denounces the U.S. tariffs on steel and aluminum, imposed by the Trump administration in February, as unjustified and damaging, arguing that these measures inflict economic harm on both sides of the Atlantic. This isn't merely a clash of economic policies. It's a strategic maneuver wielding tariffs as weapons in a complex geopolitical game. The EU's carefully crafted response goes beyond simple tit-for-tat retaliation. While aiming to offset the economic blow of the U.S. tariffs, the EU has strategically targeted goods with readily available alternatives within the global market, minimizing the impact on European consumers. Simultaneously, the selection process reveals a keen understanding of American politics, with a deliberate focus on inflicting political pain on key Republican states. A leaked list of targeted customs codes, analyzed by Politico, reveals the strategic precision of the EU's approach. The $13.5 billion figure represents a potent blow, specifically targeting agricultural products like beef from Kansas and Nebraska, bolstering the argument that this is not merely an economic issue, but a calculated political one. The inclusion of cigarettes from Florida and wood products from North Carolina, Georgia, and Alabama further underscores this strategic targeting of politically significant states, adding fuel to the already simmering tensions. The EU's response is phased, signaling a deliberate and calculated approach. The initial wave of tariffs focuses on goods deemed less critical to the European economy while maximizing the political impact on the U.S. The upcoming second phase, promised for early next week, will address the U.S. tariffs on cars and the sweeping, reciprocal tariffs announced on April 2nd. This phased approach allows the EU to observe the impact of its initial measures and adjust its strategy accordingly, showcasing a nuanced approach that transcends a simple reaction to the initial U.S. tariffs. The EU's Trade Commissioner, Maroš Šefčovič, clarified that this isn't a simple cent-for-cent or dollar-for-dollar retaliation. This approach recognizes the limitations of a purely retaliatory strategy and emphasizes the EU's broader economic and geopolitical considerations. The EU acknowledges the shrinking pool of options for retaliatory tariffs that wouldn't negatively impact European consumers. A telling example of this pragmatic approach is the abandonment of plans to target bourbon, a decision influenced by lobbying from France, Italy, and Ireland, major wine and spirits producers who feared retaliatory tariffs from the U.S. in response. This highlights the inherent complexities of escalating trade wars and the need for strategic compromises to mitigate the broader economic fallout. This calculated approach underscores the EU's strategic thinking beyond simple economic retaliation. The selection of specific goods and the phased implementation demonstrate a deeper game at play, leveraging economic power to achieve political objectives. The EU is not merely reacting. It's actively shaping the narrative and influencing the dynamics of the transatlantic relationship. The offer of zero tariffs on cars and industrial goods, first proposed during a February 19th meeting between Šefčovič and his U.S. counterpart, Howard Lutnick, represents a significant olive branch amidst the escalating conflict. This proposition, which dates back to previous attempts to persuade the Trump administration to de-escalate the trade tensions, underscores the EU's willingness to negotiate and find mutually beneficial solutions. However, the continued imposition of tariffs suggests that the path to a negotiated settlement remains fraught with challenges. The current trade conflict between the EU and the U.S. showcases the complex interplay of economics and politics. The EU's strategic response demonstrates a clear understanding of the need for both economic effectiveness and political leverage. The escalating tariffs serve not only as economic countermeasures, but also as tools to influence the political landscape within the United States, adding a layer of complexity that extends beyond mere economic considerations. The coming weeks will be critical in determining the trajectory of this conflict and its long-term impact on the transatlantic relationship. The success of the EU's strategy hinges on its ability to balance economic impact with political influence, a delicate dance in the high-stakes game of international trade. The world watches as this trade war unfolds, its repercussions extending far beyond the targeted goods and into the broader global economic and political landscape. The future of transatlantic relations hangs in the balance, a testament to the far-reaching consequences of protectionist policies and the intricate dance of global power dynamics.